What's going on, world? It's me, Andre Catnot here from West Palm Beach, Florida. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys exactly how to use an indicator that you will get access to when you join my team. Now, this indicator is very, very simple to use, and I'm going to show you exactly how simple it is. Okay. Now, I like to go a little further when it comes to showing you exactly how to use this indicator than just showing you exactly how to just use this exact indicator. I like to also do my own technical analysis on top of this indicator, and it can help you avoid some trades, and it can also help you pick the right trades. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. So, and by the way, guys, if you guys want to join my team to get access to the same indicator that me and my team are using, all you gotta do is just click the link in the description box below. You might see a link where you can join my team, or you can just reach out to me on Instagram or on Telegram and let me know, hey, Andre, I want access to this indicator. And, I'll go ahead and show you guys exactly how to get access to this indicator. Okay. I'm telling you, this indicator it's been really, really, it's been a game changer for me and a lot of other people in our community. And it's just simple to use. All right. Now, I'm going to give you the super easy way. I'm going to show you the easiest way to use this indicator. Every morning, okay? It all depends on if you're trading the London session, the New York session, or the Asian session. I like to use it for the New York session. But we'll go ahead and keep it on the London session for right now. Okay? So once you have the indicator on the chart, right? All you have to do, right? All you have to do is just set up two pending orders. You have to set up one pending order. All you have to do is set up a buy stop entry pending order here, okay? And then also you have to set a sell stop pending order, okay? Now, how do I determine where to put my stop loss at? Well, I use this right here, this Fibonacci retracement tool here on the left. All you got to do is just, if you want, it's 1, 2, 3 levels down. You click this little arrow and you'll see where it says Fibonacci retracement. You click on that, and I have multiple different Fibonacci retracement templates. This is going to be the Pip Juice template, and let's say that I want to set up a stop loss for a buy stop. Okay, so I'm going to start from all the way at the bottom of this range of this indicator, and I'm going to go all the way up to either TP1, TP2, TP3. As you can see, this indicator is giving you different multiple target spots. As you can see, they're giving you a TP1. If you just want to go for a TP1, you can put your TP right here. You can put your TP here at the TP2, and you can put your TP here. It all depends on what you want to target. And later in this video, I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can determine which TP to target based on my technical analysis. But let's just say that we want to go for TP1. Okay, we'll just put this Fibonacci retracement here, and then this is how I get my TP. I mean my stop loss. Okay, and then I go for TP1. That's it. All right, and then you do the same thing for the sell stop. You get your Fibonacci retracement tool here. Now, since we're going to be doing the sell stop entry here, we're going to start from the top when it comes to the Fibonacci retracement, and then if you want to target TP1 or TP2, in this case, let's go for TP2 right here, and then this is where your stop loss is going to be at, and that's it. That's how I use the Fibonacci retracement to get my stop loss. Now, if you want to see the settings that I use, let's go ahead and double click on it. These are the settings right here. So all you got to do is just, uncheck all of these boxes here, and then leave these 3 boxes. You want the 0, the 1, and your 0.5 level, and you can have it, whatever color you like. But if you want to, pause this video or take a screenshot, these are the settings for this is the settings that we use to get our stop loss. Okay. Now we can go ahead and delete this off our screen. And that's just a simple way to the simple way. Now, if market comes up here, all right, and trigger this, then it's going to automatically get in the trade once you, because you set in a pending order, a buy stop pending order, and then once price come up here to this level here, then price hit your TP for that buy stop. You want the trade because you're going for TP1. And the same thing, if price, eventually come down here, boom, it's going to trigger the trade, and then, boom, it's going to get in the trade for you. And that's it. That's it's that simple to use. Now, I'm gonna show you guys exactly what to put on your charts to increase your chances, increase your chance of winning each and every trade that you take. But this is just the simplest way to do it. Now, you might be wondering, how do I set up the pending order? So once, it all depends on what platform you're using and what broker you're using. I trade, futures prop firms. So it's a lot easier for me to go ahead and place this trade because I'm able to place this trade directly on TradingView. So in this case, if you're trading a futures prop firm like Top One or Apex or any prop firm that allows you to trade on TradingView or with Tradeovate, all you gotta do is just right click and click on create limit order, and then what you want to do is you want to select the stop. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to set a sell stop here. So I'm going to put a 1, and boom, I can go ahead and have that sell stop right there. Okay, and then the same thing up here, you're going to double click or right click, click on create limit order, and then click on stop, and then you're going to set up a buy stop here, and then you're going to click on buy. And now you have 2 pending orders. So wherever price comes to first, that's where it's going to trigger this. So if price comes down here to this level, that's going to trigger the sell stop entry first. If price comes all the way up here to this buy stop entry, it's going to trigger the trade for that buy stop. Okay, and that's it. That's all you do when it comes to this indicator. This indicator is telling you where to get in at, right? When it comes to setting these pending orders, and then you have the choice to target either TP1, TP2, TP3, or whatever TP you want to go for. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and take these off the charts because I'm not going to be getting a trade right now. But that's just the simplest. That's just the simplest way to use this indicator. You just set up a buy stop entry, right, and then you set up a sell stop entry, and then whatever price goes to first, it will trigger the trade and get you in the trade. Okay, in that direction. That's the simplest way. But I'm gonna go ahead and clear off this chart real quick. I'm gonna show you exactly what you should be doing to increase your chances of, getting in high quality trades. Okay. First thing first, what I like to do is I like to go to the daily chart, and I like to mark up my previous weekly highs and lows. Okay, so whatever price, if I'm looking for the highest point between the highest point and the lowest point between Monday and Friday, okay, of last week. So in this case, last week, let's look for last week, the previous week. The lowest point, right, was last Tuesday. So this is the lowest point that price reached to last week Tuesday. So this is going to be my previous weekly low right here. And what I like to do is I like to get the box tool here, the rectangle tool. You can find this rectangle tool 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels down. If you click on this little arrow here, you'll find that rectangle in the shape section. Okay, so once I do that, I'm gonna come back over here. I'm gonna select the box tool, and then I'm gonna start from the wick to the body. I'm gonna bring the box from the wick, the bottom of the wick, all the way up to the body. And then what I like to do is if the zone is too big, like in this case right now, the zone is too big, I like to go one time frame down. I'm on the daily chart, so I will go to the 4 hour, and then I would tidy up this. This zone here, and boom. And then normally I usually have it this color here. Okay, you can have it any color you want, so you don't have it. And that's how I do it. And I go back to the daily, and then what I like to do is I like to draw this box back in the past and see if price rejected this previous weekly zone before in the past. And as you can see, there was a rejection here, a rejection here, another rejection here, another rejection here. And you got a couple of rejections here. So this previous weekly zone right here is it's a pretty strong zone because price likes the rejection. Okay, so you got a rejection here, all right. You got another rejection here. I just want to make sure y'all see this. You got a rejection there. You got a rejection here. Like multiple rejections here. Okay, you see those rejections? Okay, that means if you see multiple rejections like that off of a zone, that means this zone right here is very, very strong. Okay, so if price comes back in in the future back to this level, you can probably see some type of rejection off of the zone. Okay, so now we have our previous weekly. We have our previous weekly zone. Now we need to look for our previous weekly high. All right. So this was the lowest point that price went to last week between Monday and Friday. Now, what was the highest point that price reached to last week between Monday and Friday? I can already see it right now. Thursday was the highest point that price went to last week. So I'm going to again get my rectangle tool. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels down and get this rectangle tool here, and I'm going to again start from the wick to the body, and that's it. Okay, and I'm gonna have it orange there, and then again I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna draw it in the past and see what price did around the zone in the past, and I'm also draw it in the future. That way I can use it in the future as well. And as you can see, you're seeing some type of rejection. You got to reach some rejection here, rejection here. You got some rejection here. You got some rejection here. So this is pretty a decent strong zone there. So now, and as you can see too, before Monday, right? This is Monday right here, right? Before Monday, if you'd have had your zones, as you can see, price rejected this zone right here. As you can see, this is a major, major rejection. As you can see, you could have caught this buy up to the top based on this rejection off of the zone. And then normally when price rejects a previous weekly high or previous weekly low, you can potentially expect price to go up for the next two or 3 days based on this rejection right here. And if the rejection was off of the the previous weekly high, then you can expect majority of the time. Not it doesn't happen all the time, but you can expect 1 or 2 1 or 2 days going into that direction based on looking at the daily chart and looking at the rejection off of these zones. Okay. Now we got our previous weekly high and we got our previous weekly low. Okay, that's how I do it before I trade the upcoming week. I like to have these zones. I like to have the previous weekly high and previous weekly low zones, because normally when you see a rejection off of like for example, like you see a rejection right here, for the next 2 or 3 days, you might see price go in that direction. If you see a strong rejection off of a previous weekly low, expect the next day or two to go up in that direction. And then same here, if you see a major rejection to the downside, expect 1 or 2 days to the downside. Okay, so that's how I use these zones. And then if we go back to the 5-minute chart, and I use this indicator, I use the Pip Juice indicator on the 5-minute chart. I forgot to tell you guys that. I like to use this indicator on the 5-minute chart. Now, this is coming up now. Like I said, I like to trade this during the New York session. So I'm gonna go back to the Pip Juice. I'm gonna go to the settings. I'm gonna select New York, and as you can see here, you had a zone right here. Now this is iffy because price could have, did this and then do that. So this really is not a good example. But I'm gonna show you guys a good example let's go to, I'm going to show you a good example. If we go to, okay, we go to MES. Let's go to MES. I'm going to show you a good example. First, let's do this all over again. I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to go to the daily chart. Let me get this out the way. And let me clear this off. So again, we're on the daily chart. Before you start trading the new week, you want to mark out your previous weekly highs and lows. Again, you're going to look for the lowest and the highest point that price went to last week. So I can see right now, let's see. Was this Monday? No, it's Friday. Yeah. I can see right now, Friday was the lowest point that price went to last week. So again, you get your rectangle tool, you start from the wick to the body, and then you just drag it. Okay. This is how you get your previous weekly low. Okay. You can also draw it in the future, but you want to draw it in the past and see if price rejected this previous weekly low in the past. The more rejection you see off of the zone, the stronger that zone is. And then you want to look for the highest point that price went to last week. So I can see right now, Monday was the highest point that price went to last week. So boom, wick to the body, draw it in the past. See, the more rejections that you see, the stronger it is. So now you got your previous weekly high, and then you got your previous weekly low. Let me see what I'm looking at on time here. Okay, so I'm at 16 minutes here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this video short, and I'm going to do a part 2 of this because I don't want to make this video too long. So if you guys got some value from this, make sure you like, comment, and share. Also, if you guys want access to the same indicator that me and my team are using to catch some really, really good moves in the market, then, all you got to do is just reach out to me on Instagram or Telegram and just let me know, hey, Andre, I want access to the same indicator, and then I'll go ahead and get you set up. So I'll see you guys in part 2.